What's going on, NOX fans? I hope you're all having a beautiful October. Tonight we're going to go see
Terrifier 2.
I'm marginally excited about Art the Clown.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so we just got done seeing Terrifier 2. James, first impression?
I enjoyed it. So first time ever watching like the film. Well, I guess the first one last night. Never seen it. I've owned it. Didn't realize it was a 2016 film. I thought it's been out since like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2019, maybe something like that.
But, I guess it has this really cult following.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched it, wanted to check it out, and I saw the second one, and I enjoyed it. I just thought it was a little bit too long.
I agree.
I think it was great.
Yeah, this one, it's kind of interesting. So I'll first give my little review of the first one, because we just watched it last night. I really enjoyed it. I liked it more than I thought I would. It wasn't nearly as disturbing as I thought it would be. It's more of like a gore porn, horror porn type.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's gratuitous, and it knows it's gratuitous with its violence, and that's kind of like what it's all about.
Yeah.
That being said, it was better than I thought for low budget horror. It was definitely better. First one, I'd give I'm going to say a 3.6. I was really happy to be introduced to Art the Clown. The story's really not there. There's really nothing there. It's just a traditional slasher, and I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, I really appreciate for what like the first one was. Like I give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3.8. I'm gonna jump it up a little.
Okay,
bit.
all right.
It's something different, but like it felt old. Like you haven't seen something. Like an old slasher crazy movie. Like you know, like Leprechaun or something like that. Something silly.
Mm-hmm. Even freaking Ghostface. It was
Ghost
like
of
kind of
Scream.
like
It had very like Wes Craven vibes in a way.
Totally. Yeah.
And I think Wes Craven would have like.
He would have liked
appreciate the gore a lot.
Yes,
because he tried to shoot for that kind of gore in his movies a lot too.
And I think we probably would have gotten more gore like that with older films, but you had A, the censors, and B, technical limitations.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the only one who really got away with that was like John Carpenter in The Thing. You know, having things of that caliber. That being said, I'm not a huge fan of the over-the-top gore, but it works for this movie because
it works for this one.
That's what it's all about. Like that's like literally like 75% of the film. So it works definitely. That being said, they're not as satisfying. Like I enjoy going back and rewatching Michael Myers kills.
Yeah.
These ones don't have that same kind of satisfaction because they're so gnarly and real and in your face.
It's very shocking.
Yeah, it is shocking.
I don't know if I want to go back anytime soon to rewatch it.
No. It's one of those where it's like the first Terrifier, yeah, I'll go back and rewatch that, but it's not like one you want to go back and watch annually. I'm sure there's people out there that are like, what are you talking about? It's my favorite. Cool, to each their own. But it just doesn't have that satisfaction of seeing Michael killing someone. It doesn't have the creativity either. It's just more about the gore and the shock factor, which is fine in its own way, but it doesn't have the rewatch value for me. And that's going to translate over to the second one also, if we talk about that. I like the second one, I think, a teeny bit less than the first one, surprisingly, because I thought, my thing was they really advertised it as being like super shocking and like, you know, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, unsettling.
And it was a little more goofy than I expected, actually. It had a lot more scenes that actually made me like chuckle, you know?
I appreciate that though for that film.
Of course, yeah, no, of course. And so I did enjoy it for what it was, but I think knowing that they had a bigger budget and a bigger following and more time, I kind of expected more from it, so I was just a teeny bit let down by it, but I still really enjoyed it. And I still think Art the Clown is awesome. I'm really glad that he's in the ether now of horror characters and that we've been introduced to him. And I really will give him a big thumbs up, a big NOX juicy thumb for the originality and for having this character come out when there's a time when horror films are really oversaturated with stupid characters, and you just get this traditional slasher that kind of comes out and looks like an iconic character.
He does.
So I really like him. I like him a lot.
I like him a lot too. Like, I mean, just being a silent killer, doesn't speak a word or nothing.
Sure.
I think I like this one a little bit more. Just the fact that it just has a storyline.
Yeah, that was refreshing
compared to the first film. So I mean, the storyline was actually like, I mean, it's still kind of silly, goofy, but it's very supernatural. It reminds me of kind of like a lot of Friday the 13th mixed in there with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Big Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. A lot of surreal parts. That being said, I really like this. I know people watching the channel are like, "Oh, you're so harsh on it." Like, it's a movie critic channel. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I really did enjoy this, though. It was good. I'm glad we saw it. I'm glad they're continuing with it. I'm glad it's going to go on and have sequels. I guess you're going to get at least 5 or 6 Terrifier
Yeah,
movies.
I'm thinking if tops 8, but then by then it's going to be a little bit too much.
Yeah, but I like what they're doing. Like I said, the stories are kind of shit. They're really lacking, but you like it. There's something about it you like.
So the director is aware of what he's doing.
Oh yeah, of course.
And that's why they're kind of shit. But you know what he's doing.
He's going for that B movie vibe. It's the B movie vibe on purpose.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I get what he's doing. I like it. I respect it. Like I said, the movies, they're so over the top and almost shitty that they're fantastic. That makes sense.
It is.
Yeah.
Every adult in this film can't act.
Yeah, the kids were great actors.
Kids were great actors.
Yeah, and also the main girl, sexy. She was very sexy. Yeah, he has good taste in Final Girls. The very first girl in the main one, who was like the main girl, I forget her name. She was just incredible. She was great, just visually nice. Yeah. But yeah, this series I'm looking forward to seeing the future of it. This movie was entirely too long. They could have shaved off about half an hour.
I agree. 2 hours and 18 minutes, I believe it is.
For really not having. I mean, it did have a story compared to the first one. The first one really had no story. It was just kills. It was just
kills, walking around.
It was just glory shots of kills. That's what it was. So this one did have a story, and I appreciate them trying. But still, that being said, it's all about the kills. Still, that's really all the movie's about. But that being said, I'm going to give this one a 3.4. Still enjoyable, not perfect by any means, but I don't think it's striving to be perfect. It's striving to just be a good slasher film.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to give this probably the same rating as the first one, just 3.8. I think it's close to a 4. It's fun. It has a lot of blood and gore. I think a lot of horror fans will enjoy this film. But if
I give him sorry to interrupt you. I give him a thumbs up for the practical effects too.
Oh yeah, big time. Love the practical effects. I mean, especially for being a fan of like Evil Dead and stuff like that, and The Thing, and John Carpenter. So I'm like, they did a great job with the practical effects. So.
Yeah, Damien Leone, the director. Yeah, he did a good job. And I really liked how at the end there was a little special featurette where they had really shitty like webcams of the guys. I was like,
for their own film.
I was like, this is your own film. Like, meet in person to the people interviewing. What the fuck? But that being said, I really appreciated how he took 2020 as an opportunity to take more time to perfect the kills and to kind of stretch things out a little bit and not rush the project. And you could tell it really showed in some of those kills. It was like, oh, they took their time on this.
Especially the scene they were referring to. You'll see it. You'll understand it why. Like it's gruesome. It's great that he took the time to do that during the pandemic.
Yes. So gratuitous, not as shocking and nauseating as you'd think, but if you are eating a bowl of cold spaghetti, you might throw up watching it. That's all I'm going to say. But this is worth a watch, definitely. I'm glad to have it in the new horror canon of films. And go check out Terrifier 2.
Check it out, guys.
All right, guys, so be kind,
rewind,
and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, fun fact for Terrifier 2, this was only going to be released in theaters for 1 week only. Then fans got a little upset, and then they released it a second week, and then they dropped it. And then fans got upset again, and then released it for the third week, which we saw for this night. So I thought that was kind of really neat. And something else I wanted to touch on about this film is there's a little creepy clown girl in this movie. I thought she was all right. What the director was talking about was fans were sending him pictures of people dressed as Art the Clown in Halloween costumes, and he had men, girls dressed up, and he was originally going to do the little kid some creepy like demon looking thing, I guess, but instead he went with like one of his fans sent him the girl outfit, which I was like, I kind of wanted to see his original idea. I mean, it's cool to see a little baby Art the Clown, but I wanted something a little bit creepier, maybe his original vision. I don't know, but please the fans, right?
All right, the little girl in the movie, stupid, dumb as shit, like something from a Spirit Halloween store. Didn't like it.